Hi everyone, I thought I would do a quick video just to go through this Scottish themed journal that I've made for a lady. So I'll try and make it quick. It's quite a chunky one. I haven't filled it completely because she wanted me to do some things and then she wants to add in bits and pieces for herself. So what I've done with this one is I've covered it in lace, no surprise there, because obviously that's my favourite thing to do. And I decided to use an old card for the front of Mary Queen of Scots, seeing as it's a Scottish journal, and the lady's called Mary, so that's quite nice. So here I've ruffled some lace around the card. I actually cut the card to the shape that I wanted it to be. But because it was such a lovely card, I took a photograph and then printed it on some photo paper because I wanted to be able to show what was on the other side of the card, which was from 1908. So I've put that on the inside front cover, so it's kind of behind her, which I thought it's just nice sometimes, because when you cover things, you're never going to see the back of that card ever again, really. I mean, even if someone in the future was to pull this apart, you'd never really see the back of that card again. I've put on one of these, it's a Victorian thistle embellishment, which is really pretty. Excuse me, it's a bit like a brass sort of metal. And I quite like the idea that because she had this lovely red necklace on, I've added a little embellishment at the bottom there just to make it pop a little bit. So that's the front cover. There's another 2 pieces of antique collar. The spine is also antique lace. I quite liked the pattern on that. It just is nice. It just looks right. And the tones all match in. So they're not quite white. They're all off-white, which I quite like as well. On the back of this one, I put another Victorian embellishment of a stag. I know that deer aren't, they don't just live in Scotland, they're absolutely everywhere. But I do know that it's, one of the things Scotland is known for. A lot of people actually sadly go deer hunting in Scotland. But anyway, that looks quite sweet on the back there. So that's the sort of cover. The closure on this one is antique lace, and I decided to use 2 long lengths of this. It's really very, very delicate. And the reason I decided to do a lace closure is because, again, once the lady wants to put her own bits and pieces in here, it doesn't matter how big it gets, she's still going to be able to get some still have some nice closure on it, which I think is quite a nice thing as well. Usually with the buckle closures, you're quite restricted to the contents that you're putting in them. I decided to use also, sorry, hang on, that's coming out, we're not getting to that bit yet. What I've used for the signatures is vintage music sheets, Scottish music sheets, hand-dyed paper, and I did 5 signatures in this one, and they look quite nice together. I did put 1 length of antique lace on the first page of each of the signatures, so it just makes it look nice when it's being displayed, and you see all of the lace sort of sitting like that. It just look pretty. So onto the inside, I found a while ago these vintage handkerchiefs which have got the Scottish thistle on them, and I decided to make them into a pocket. So there is only 4 of them, so I've kind of scattered them throughout the journal, and then in the pockets I'm using some Victorian ephemera. This is a Christmas card from 1899 for Auld Lang Syne, so that's sitting nicely in that little pocket there. Again, just every now and again, something to do with Scotland, whether it's the heather, more music. This is another pocket. This is just a piece of it's very old paper, but I decided to make it into a little pocket and add in this Christmas card again, which is a Scottish theme one. A lot of the pages are blank because obviously she wants to add in things herself. But what I have done is every now and again I've put some Victorian chromo scraps throughout the journal, so it just sort of adds a bit of colour here and there. I didn't want to add in too much because obviously it's not my journal, it's her journal. So here's another piece of Scottish music with the lace. These are, again, just a bit of old ephemera. These are from the Scottish Cooperative Wholesale Society, which is from Glasgow. So I thought these were quite nice because they're very pretty little cards. Running from the Market, Print Collector, The Girl with the Doves, The Laughing Cavalier. And I just quickly popped them in this little pocket I made. This piece of trim is not Scottish, it's actually French. It's from the Chateau once again, and this piece is very sort of mid 19th century, but I thought it looked quite nice on there. What else am I going to do with it? Another little pocket with an old card with a bit of heather. Again, just pop that in there. I'm sure she'll want to move things around. This is a CDV card, and this one is from Glasgow. Don't know who the lady is. Very pretty lady. Nice photo. So just pop that one in there. And moving on, lots more of the music. Let's have a look. Lots of little chromo scraps. I'm going to literally make this a real quick one. Here's another little pocket. This pocket is a collar, an antique lace collar. And this one has, again, another card in it. I quite liked this one because it's got quite a lovely message inside. And it's written, when you read this, if you read this out, you'd actually sound Scottish because it's written in a way, they write it as they say it. So it's called My Scottish Hymn. But I'm not Scottish. But I quite like that. She's going to enjoy reading that, I'm sure. Again, another little pocket there. Dinna forget. That's a very Scottish phrase. So that one in there. And then more chromo scraps. And music sheets. Another little pocket like the other one with the antique paper. And I put a little embellishment on there too. More embellishments, and another pocket with another little remembrance card, the Scottish Highlands. These are the Liebig. Liebig used to advertise glucose and starch and things like that, and this is just an old Scottish version, which I just put in a piece of lace there and just pop the card in just to keep it in place. Another Liebig with the Scottish dancers on there. And again, another little pocket made out of a collar with a chromo scrap on it. The last of the handkerchief pockets. Such a quick way and easy way to make them. This is another little, it's just a little pocket that I made. She could maybe put a card in, and this is a little frame with a piece of antique lace inside. Antique silk, Scottish rifles, and towards the back of the journal I put in some antique lace and embellished it with the rose. Thought it looked quite nice, nice contrast in the colours. So she's going to have lots of fun filling this, hopefully. And there's the beautiful lace closure. There's lots of lace there to play with. And I think it looks really pretty. And the good news is that she's seen photographs of it and she's extremely happy. And I'm extremely proud to have been able to make that for her. So hope you liked the video and enjoyed watching that. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.